Welcome to Authors' Ideas Questions and Answers, a production of MJR Productions and JR Global. These podcasts feature ideas and conversations with Mahesh Joshi and JR Klein. Both are established business leaders, with expertise recognized worldwide. As co-authors of several books on global business, they present observations and practical ideas on leadership, this age of transformation, and the interrelated nature of the planet. Our current series is on leaders in a world filled with challenges and revolutionary changes. Conversations will focus on the second book in the Global Business series released by Oxford University Press, Global Business in the Age of Transformation. Klein and Joshi authored this book to examine the complexities and pressures of rapid change and present simple solutions that can help stay relevant even as the ground continues to shift. Let's look at today's questions. Everyone seems to know a successful business must be relevant to customers and pay attention to changing customer needs. The theory is incredibly easy, but the execution is hard. What are some barriers, gravitational forces that keep thinking, stuck in old ways of doing things?
The question of why people, organizations don't want to change is seated in just some pretty simple principles. However, as your question asks, they can be very hard to do. Examples, comfort. People like what they know and they do what's comfortable. Given the choice between two products, for example, people always choose the product that they know versus the product that they don't know, even though performance is better. Most companies, even though they know intellectually that they need to change, they are stuck in the past because it's comfortable. They know what they know and they rely on the comfort of risk avoidance. The first important rule is to realize that there is a comfort gravitation that inhibits motivation to change. Then there's complacency. The approach of many companies is like driving a car with an automatic transmission, which is simply sitting down, stepping into the car and putting it in gear and stepping on the accelerator and braking occasionally. In its predecessor, the standard manual transmission, the process required choosing the right gear to match the terrain, evaluating the road conditions to know when to downshift into a lower or higher gear. The car wouldn't even move unless you depressed the clutch and engaged the transmission. The process required constant attention, which, if neglected, was dangerous. Today, most driving is automatic and in cruise control. Many companies have a cruise control attitude that they say everything is good, so let's keep doing what works. The autopilot seems to be working perfectly. The combination of comfort and cruise control puts most companies in a deep rut when it comes time for necessary change. They also have to pay attention. Pay attention is like the difference between playing tennis and playing golf. In tennis, the player hits the ball and immediately reacts to what the competition is doing. The opponent's position on the court must be watched. The speed, position of the ball must be evaluated. And the return must be targeted to where the opponent is not. The essence of tennis is more than just hitting the ball, but about reacting to what the competition is doing. In golf, tremendous focus is required when hitting the ball, but it's followed by a marked inattention, walking, chatting with others until it's time to hit the ball again. This is what happens in some business models. A relevant example is Unilever that spent considerable time researching what the competition was doing. The issue was the singular focus on their competition and assumed that they knew what they were going to do. Market research resulted in voluminous discussions on matching competitors' assumed strategies. And they were like golfers, relying on hitting the ball infrequently and chatting incessantly. As in golf, the marketplace is not putting up billboards that signal change. A business must play tennis and see subtle changes in the market while paying close attention to how consumers or customers are changing and what they're asking for. If they are not laser focused and only worry about what the competition is doing, their relevance is diminished.
Thank you for joining us. We look forward to continuing the conversation. If you are interested in more about the significant changes in the world, watch for Global Business in the Age of Distraction and Destruction, scheduled for release from Oxford University Press in June of 2022. If you want to contact us, email info@jrglobal.co.